The English language can be confusing for many people, and with our wide range of expressions, there's sure to be a few ways people will end up looking like idiots. From keeping your eye on the ball to carpooling, here are people who took things way too literally. Hey guys, this is your host, American Eye. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy that video. But first, we'd like to thank our great fans for tuning in on our video about crazy things in Florida. There's some pretty crazy photos in this one too, so be sure to check it out from start to finish. Let us know which one you think is the craziest, and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video. Number 25. No sharp objects. After clearly reading the label on the package, this man was confused on exactly how he should go about getting this package open without sharp objects. Will a blunt object accomplish the goal? Maybe they should give some instructions if there's no way to tear the thing open. Ranch Day. A student's outfit went viral when they were supposed to dress up for Ranch Day, meaning in cowboy attire. One student took it too literally and dressed up like a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch. The photo was shared tens of thousands of times after her friend posted it on social media. Number 23. The Cake Baker. When the customer told the bakery to write nothing on the cake, he took that just a tad too literally and wrote nothing on the cake. Why would a person demand such a bizarre request, they were probably thinking? Asking for no frosting on it might be weird, but typically a cake should have something written on it anyways. Maybe they were just celebrating nothing, who knows? Number 22. The Veg Head. The term Veg Head may or may not be offensive to vegetarians who seem to openly reject meat eaters. Some which may be hostile sometimes. But in this case, this person got the idea that the term veg head shouldn't be frowned upon and grew her head into an actual tomato. It might not be ripe with many thoughts, but that's just how people do things nowadays. We're sure her barber was slightly confused when she asked her to turn her into a tomato. Number 21. Mac and cheese. You might call this craft dinner if you live in Canada, but it's all the same thing really. It's quick and easy to make, so how could someone get this one messed up too? Well, maybe you can take out your MacBook Pro and look it up. Might as well grab some cheese and crackers and just take everything too literally. Number 20. This nature lover. Normally, when people visit nature, they understand that they should be respectful to rare plants and wildlife. This sign here states that it's okay to touch, but only with your eyes. The man in the black tank top really wants to touch the plant, but he must overcome the obstacle of touching it with his eyes. Why would they want us to touch it with our eyes? I don't know. Just follow the rules. Maybe the sap from the plant has healing qualities for the eyeballs? Who knows the truth? Number 19. Ping Pong Pirate. Arr, matey. It looks like this ping pong pirate lost his eye during an intense game of ping pong. His coach might have told him that keeping his eye on the ball was important, but not like this. It almost looks as if he's caught the ball with his eye socket. Now that takes some skill and dedication. Let's see you try to do that. Number 18. This supporter. Our Second Amendment is a law that many will hold true, but is it possible that this person here is actually sporting some fashionable bear-like arms while at work? If his boss ever says he can't wear them in the office, you know what he's gonna say. I got the right to bear arms. That's right. If you don't like it, you can talk to Jefferson. Number 17. Cute enough to eat. When people kept telling the parents that their kid was cute enough to eat, we really hope that they didn't take that too seriously. Baby back ribs don't actually come from babies. Don't get the wrong idea, people. Jeez, everyone takes things way too literally nowadays. Jeez, everyone takes things way too literally. Number 16. Slip and slide fail. As kids, we probably all had some good memories with slip and slides, and we probably all remember getting hurt from time to time. It's unclear what exactly happened here in this photo, but we can tell this kid is doing a solid face plant directly into the slip and slide. It looks as though she took the slip part pretty seriously, and it's unclear how far she slid. Some parents clearly weren't properly supervising their kid or didn't teach her how to operate this slippery device. Number 15. The unicycle. There are many parking laws out there that exist, and you should be really careful about what vehicle you decide to park where in some cities. Although reimagined bicycles are among the most common form of transportation utilized here, maybe they should consider adding no unicycle parking signs as well. Number 14. Ironic vandalism. This ad we see here is for Mike's Hard Lemonade, reminding you that if it isn't broken, well alright then, since you insist. Mindless vandalism strikes again, but was the advertisement egging them on a little bit? Is this entrapment? Did it convince a recovering vandal to relapse into a life of shattering bus stops? Who knows? But they sure did take the sign literally. Number 13. Watch your items. Hey you guys, read the sign. Keep your iPhones and valuables under watch. There's been people stealing stuff, haven't you noticed? The most proper way to protect your things is by keeping them under watch. If you would have read the directions a little bit more carefully though, it does specifically state iPhones and not some clunky LGs from 10 years ago. But we suppose he does consider it to be a valuable. How many more valuables do you think he can keep under watch? This artist. Sometimes artists need a little bit of inspiration for coming up with ideas for their new projects. And there it was, this sign in the background, speaking to this artist, telling him to draw a bridge. Duh, why didn't he think of that? Getting out of his car, he doesn't want to forget about this great idea, and immediately starts drawing bridge. Number 11. This guy. Some cultures tend to show more affection than others, and sometimes curves need a little bit of loving too. This guy needs to calm down though, it just said a hug. Don't try to make babies with it. It's nice to say goodbye to someone when they leave, but this guy seriously seems attached. Maybe some curbs outside a mental institution need some loving too? Go for it. Number 10. Carpooling. Carpooling is a great way to save some money on gas and a good way to interact with other travelers, but it might not always be the case if you take things too literally. If a cop pulls you over and you're in one of these, just tell him you're in the carpool lane. There's no telling exactly how well this would work if it was moving, but we probably know the results wouldn't be too pretty. Number 9. Information overload. Weather can certainly be unpredictable, and this sign here gives you a forewarning that what happens when it rains. Someone took the time to make this sign, and people actually think that the streets are dry while it's raining. This information overload seems to be enough to make someone's head explode. You can only hope it doesn't cause too much confusion for someone while they're driving. Number 8. Drive-Thru Pharmacy. You could probably assume this person was either really drunk or was trying to get a hold of some prescription drugs, but the truth is, they were just following the directions. If a company is going to go ahead and say drive-thru, maybe they should specify exactly where you're going to drive through. Not doing this can clearly lead to some property damage. If they can't offer special drive-thru services, then this is just false advertising. Number 7. Dude chillin'. If you head on over to Vancouver, Canada, you might come across this dude here chillin' at no other than Dude Chilling Park. It's just a place where a cool dude can hang out at and chill until he's got other cool dude stuff to do. If loitering here was against the law, that would just make this dude even cooler. Number 6. This driver. What would you expect him to do to a vending machine that clearly states to crush it? It almost seems like it's just asking to be completely crushed by this big SUV. It's unclear exactly what happened to the machine afterwards or how much free orange soda they were able to take off with, but this thing here is just asking for it. It's unclear exactly what happened to the machine afterwards or how much free orange soda was taken. Maybe you just gotta crush it on your own to find out. Number 5. Bad dog. When taking your dog for a walk, you usually hope they don't do number 2, which leaves you to have to pick it up. If you don't, there can be some consequences such as fines or your neighbors just getting really mad at you. Maybe some places are trying it different then. This sign here calls for you to put your dog in the litter bin if they do a poo. The dog is trying to explain to the man that he's taking it too literally, and the sign is referring to the doggy bag, not him. Getting rid of all dogs who make a mess will leave us with no dogs. Number 4. Shot glass. Shots are often found at bars, nightclubs, for people looking to make the night just a little bit blurry. But where the heck does a shot even get its name? The term shot referring to liquor has been around since the 17th century and can be as much as 50 milliliters. Someone must have taken the name too literally, and it appears as though someone might have actually shot the shot glass. It seems to be a rather interesting novelty design, but the bullet seems to make for a pretty cool handle. Number 3. New Employee of the Month. Typically, sandwiches are made with bread, but a new employee, or possibly someone from another country, would have been confused if someone asked them for an ice cream sandwich. From the looks of it, they clearly held the mayo and mustard for a more plain variety. It can't be too bad, right? We're sure bread with vanilla ice cream is still edible. Number 2. Catching some air. Bike stunts are pretty awesome to watch sometimes, but they do go wrong, and they can go really wrong. We all know street asphalt is cold and unforgiving, and in this next photo, we can almost feel this guy's pain. With his arms wide open, he's literally catching some air, but is about to catch some concrete as well. Maybe next time this guy will drink some Red Bull and get some wings to help him fly. And number 1, extra pickles, huh? This is what happens at Subway when you ask them to put a little extra of your favorite fresh ingredient. Some people might get greedy and ask for extra guacamole at Chipotle, but be careful asking for extra pickles at this Subway restaurant. The worker here clearly wasn't doing something right. Don't be too picky because the word extra can be vague and you might end up with pickle overload like you see in this photo.